So I've been super excited about this video because today we are making my favorite chocolate chip cookies. All I'm going to tell you is that these are extremely addictive and impossible to resist. Let's get started. I'm going to start by adding half a cup, which is about 113 grams of salted butter into a pan set over medium heat. We're going to cook this butter until it becomes slightly brown in color, and this brown butter actually gives an incredibly delicious nutty taste to the cookies, which I absolutely love. All you need to do is to keep stirring it so that the butter doesn't burn. The butter has melted completely. Now into this I'm adding half a vanilla bean for that extra flavor. If you don't have a vanilla bean, you could add in vanilla extract or essence at a later stage directly into the dough. It's been about 5 to 6 minutes. The butter has begun to foam up. It's also changed its color to brown, and I'm now going to take this off the heat, transfer it into a bowl and let this cool completely. Now while our brown butter comes down to room temperature, in a separate bowl I am going to combine all-purpose flour, which is maida, along with cornflour, which is optional but helps make our cookies chewy, and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's give this a quick mix and set this aside as well. Now into our cool brown butter, I am going to add in half a cup of soft brown sugar and half a cup of caster sugar. Just mix everything until the butter and the sugars are nicely combined. If you're using vanilla extract, this is when you can add it into your dough. This looks good. Now into this I am going to add in 1 whole egg along with 1 egg yolk and beat it in as well. Now if you want to make these cookies eggless, I am going to leave the substitute for the eggs in the description box below and you can check it out. Now all that is left to do is to dump in the dry mix and use a spatula to fold it into the wet ingredients until the dough comes together. My cookie dough is ready, and now into this let's add in the star ingredient, our chocolate chips, and let's fold them in. Now what I'm going to do is use an ice cream scoop to scoop out equal sized balls of my dough and place them on a tray lined with parchment paper. So I've scooped out my cookie dough and now this has to chill. You can put this in the fridge for about 1 hour, but I'm going to refrigerate it for 24 hours, which would help me achieve a darker color and a richer taste for my cookies. Now I would highly recommend you don't skip this step because if you do, your cookies are going to spread too much in the oven. Once the dough has rested and chilled properly, you could transfer the cookie dough balls onto a baking tray lined with either silicone mat or a parchment paper. Just make sure there's enough distance between each ball of cookie dough because these are going to spread in the oven. I'm not going to press these down with my fingers. I'm going to put these in the oven as it is and let them spread on their own. My oven is preheated at 180 degrees Celsius and I'm going to bake these for about 12 to 15 minutes. My cookies are out of the oven. They have nice crisp edges and a soft center, which I absolutely love. I'm going to tap my baking tray onto the counter a few times so that my cookies develop these beautiful cracks on top. And I always say chocolate chip cookies are incomplete without a generous sprinkle of sea salt on top, so here we go. If I had to make and eat one dessert for the rest of my life, it'll be these chocolate chip cookies, and that's how much I love them. I hope you guys will give this recipe a shot, and I promise you, you will be as addicted to these as I am. I'll see you guys soon with another recipe. Until then, happy baking and take care.